Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercuts!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Jam Show. Today I'm doing another response video this time. I'm sat in here and in the dining room, and I'll explain why. Basically, the response video is to BrothersForgeGaming's video recently of their 5 coolest things they have in their room. Now, I'll put a link to their video below, and if you don't know, BrothersForgeGaming, they've got an awesome room, games room. They do a lot of videos, a lot of playthroughs and things like that. Check them out. Link down below. They're the ones who put me onto this. They actually name checked me, give me a shout out in the video. Like, I'd like to saying they'd like to see what I've got in my room. Just to mention as well, my channel is currently going through a little video VHS phase, but I do in the past I have gone between video retro games and film stuff and a little bits in between as well. That's just how I am. I like a lot of things. It's difficult for me sometimes to kind of narrow down things. What I want to cover in my videos and so forth. But I like this video in particular. I've got a lot of things. I could have easily done top 5 books, top 5 games, top 5. Or coolest stuff, basically in categories. I could have easily done that. So to whittle down to 5, it's very difficult, and any given day, it's like if I had to pick my top 5 films, they're going to be the usual ones there. The top 10 films, top 10 games, going to be the usual ones there, and depending on my mood, it'll chop and change it, 1 or 2 here and there. Just how it is. I've gone for a mix of kind of nostalgia reasons, and also the stuff I think is cool. Now, obviously, everything I have is as cool as heck. It's as cool as you like it. But anyway, I don't know if I digress. But the first one, these are in no real order. I'll talk a little bit about each one. Obviously, is this everything here. I picked this up about 2 or 3 years ago now. Well, I actually bought it from eBay. What it is, it's a Betamax recorder. It is the Sanyo VTC 5000 1982 vintage. It works. I did a video on it when I bought it, and I got a few tapes from a separate buyer, and it works, and it's bloody great. I love the clunkiness of it. It's just remember buttons you can press and it makes noises and things like that. I love stuff like this. Just a bit of history with me. I've mentioned this on a few videos as well. I never knew anyone with a Betamax recorder. We had one of these, the Video 2000s, and they are now going for a lot of money, even if they're broke, online. So they're very, very rare. You'd have to I think you'd probably have to get from Holland or something. The one that I have. We had one of them for, I can't remember when we did get one now, from the mid-80s or something. I don't know. Then we went to VHS, and the rest, as I say, is history. But I always knew about Betamax and the VHS Betamax wars and so on. But I just thought this. I want to get a Betamax recorder just to say I've got one and get a few films for it. And I just love the boxiness of it. You're not going to get anything built today with this kind of dimensions. There's the back of it anyway. It's an everything as well, all the ports and things. Obviously there's no HDMI cable and connector in there, any ports, so anyway, incidentally, this plug, I had to replace the plug. This was on my tape recorder, which I use with a thing I'm going to show later on as well, and this is always also made in 1982. So I love old machinery like this. Obviously Betamax being video, it works, and it's lovely stuff. Now the second one is connected to, the plug is connected to what I've got now, is these. I was expecting 48K. Now this was my first computer. This is not this actual one. Basically, back in it came out in 82. I don't have a ZX8281, but this is my first computer. There's a 16K one as well, but this one came out in 82. I got it in year after for my birthday. You know, I was very young, and I'll just show you. So this is box. Basically, the original one I had, I actually sold. I'm guessing in the mid-90s, sometime on a car boot sale. Basically, the sound chip was buggered, and I'll just open this up. All the internal polys, which I like with my computers. We'll open it upside down. Internal polys. But I'm very picky when it comes to having my things boxed and things, consoles and computers. But there it is in the box. Lots of memories on this rubber key chum, as it was an age in your Sinclair. I think it might have been my uncle's at some point before I got mine. I can't remember obviously where's my abouts. So I actually got this computer, this actual one, from it's a trade paper called Loot back in the I don't know, 20 years ago or something. I've had this actual computer. Loot was I don't know if it was just Greater Manchester area, but I don't know if it's regional or national or whatever. But it was basically trade papers. They come up like 3 times a week on different like newspaper and different colours depending on the day. And it's all people buying stuff or selling stuff, and now they took me to some place I can't even remember now, just some house, and got this. I can't remember what I paid for it. Probably not a lot. Probably I'm guessing not as much as it'll be now. I don't know, but I had lots of fun with this one, and I think it's cool because this is, you got to think at the back in the day, even looking through the years, no other computer, like as far as I know, past this had rubber keys, had a membrane for the keys. It's very rubbery, so I think it's a real piece of history, British computing history now. So many games on this, which I'll go into now. So this is my second coolest thing in my room, and what was synonymous with Spectrum and other 8-bit micros was copied games. Was it a 90-minute tape, audio tape, took audio tapes. What you have to do, I've got a tape recorder, an audio tape recorder. You have to connect it to the Spectrum, and the Spectrum loads. Now bear in mind, it was a wee nipper. And that anyone who had one of these or any other 8-bit micros, these things are very temperamental. They might not work most of the time. Kids nowadays have got it very easy. Well, all they do is press that for download, that to play, bleep 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 on the way. This one, really persevere sometimes with some of the games. So this is one of the tapes I got with my original Spectrum. I don't know if it's showing up anywhere there. You can see the writing on it. I don't know if it was my uncle who got all these things, all these games on it, or someone else. I don't know. But this came with the tape, with Chucky Egg, Jungle Fever, I think Manic Miner as well. There's a ton of them. There's quite a few games. Football Manager again. For instance, this has got Football Manager, Chucky Egg, The Zoom, Doomsday Castle, which I had separately, and I've done a video on it previously, a little playthrough of that. Harvey Skiing, and one called the Lewis and Owen game. Now, Lewis and Owen are my two of my cousins, and my uncle made a game about them. It's just basically, I think it's kind of it's a blackjack or poker type game. I can't really recall it. I don't know, unfortunately, I don't know if it works now because of the tape. It's a bit knackered. Splat was a 16k game. It was very basic but really good. Zadom, something. I can't read some of these. Ground Attack, Manic Miner. And on the other side, Transam, Transylvania Tower, I think that's it's supposed to be. Attic Attack, Scrabble, Harrier, 3D Tank, Gulpman, spent a lot of time on that. Chess, Harvest and Spiders, Kong, and something else. Yeah, so this is a copied tape. These will be circulating around the playgrounds and other things back in the day. Please don't tell the police. Don't be knocking on and saying you've got like an early 80s copied games. I don't know. Third one, I thought I'd have to have some representation of the VHS in there. Okay, so I've got Robocop, and I've got Robocop. Okay, so basically this actual one is the oldest videotape I have in my collection that I've actually personally had, if you understand. I mean, I bought this from Asda, so I bought back in, I'm guessing, the film's 1987, so I'm guessing maybe. I mean, obviously the release times and things nowadays are like so much. It's a world of difference now. But basically, you had to wait a year before it came out on video, I think it was, and 4 years before it came on TV. You know, obviously that's just hilarious in today's standards. But I'm guessing this was back in 88, 89. This was in the charts. I don't know. I don't know if anyone was aware of the 18 certificate on it. I must have said, "Oh, Robots Ace" or something like that. She wrote it me. Okay. And if you watch Robocop, it's one of my favourite films. You know, I watched it when I was too young. You know, and I watched the heck out of this. I even watched the trailer, the adverts beforehand. I don't know if it's trailers or just adverts. It means a lot to me, this copy. I remember getting something else, a little bit off topic. I remember getting having Robocop 2 on sale through as well. I've not got it now. That had a trailer for Robocop 3 on the Amiga with all these, like, you know, primitive 3D graphics and things. I bought this down as well because I put this up from a charity shop about a year ago or so. I don't know if I highlighted it in any of my pickups videos. It was a big box, as you can see. It's a, you know, big box. Robocop, blah blah blah. Robocop. Okay, but it's got this inside. Now, I mentioned in one of my previous pickups, my fairly recent pickups, like, you know, it's got all the film, whatever it was, a film got you know, all the details in here to tell the video shop where to put it in, hints of what's going on. So you've got a little blurb about, you know, this little basic synopsis of Robocop. Starting Peter Weller, who's in Buckaroo Banzai Shakedown, Nancy Allen, Blowout, Dressed to Kill, and carrying a few other films like Philadelphia Experiment and a few others I can think of top of my head. Just learns the video shop. I think it's very cool, like this kind of thing. Since got the computer game on the Spectrum, the big box. I've got the Amiga, the Amstrad version, the Commodore 64 version, Robocop Mad I Am. Number 5 is a book. I was thinking have a book in there. Chose this one, a book, The World of the Unknown, Ghosts. I chose this one basically because I remember this from when I was at primary school. This isn't the actual one from primary school. This was, I guess, this is a reprint because the one at primary school was white, where it's purple or pink, whatever colour that's showing up as. It looks like purpley pink to me, but anyway, the one at school was white, and I was, let's say, primary school age, and I think this book was the one that kind of switched me onto the paranormal and like strange things, gone bump in the night, things like that. First published 1977, and it says it's copyright 1990, so I guess this is a reprint from 1990. Oh, actually, sorry, 1998. This one. I got this from a charity shop at some point, I'd say about 15 years ago. $6.95 originally. Apparently this book was quite synonymous in a lot of primary schools in the UK, and I think they have reprinted it, you know, because I guess there's a lot of nostalgia based, like, you know, on this kind of thing. With the forward from, is it Reece Shearsmith? He did League of Gentlemen and things like, you know, things like that. So it's got like pages, little drawings, and it's got little things about, you know, various cases down the years and things like that, and it also gives you, you know, there's a little bit about how can you like kind of see if there's any poltergeists about and how to fake ghosts and stuff. But I want to show you this one. If you're a nervous disposition, look away now. This picture kind of burnt in my head. I couldn't stop looking at this picture. I probably have a fair few nightmares over this. This one here. Where is it? That one there. I don't know if that's showing up very well. You see the guy in the car. Basically, there's what looks like an image of someone behind him or on the back seat with two glowing white eyes. So that image really kind of scared me a lot as a kid. But I kind of put it like, you know, I used to be scared of Jaws and Ghostbusters and Gremlins. Now they're great films. I love them films now. It's weird how that stuff works in your mind. You're scared at one point, you love them. I don't know. But basically, the story behind this, according to here, this picture is one of the most puzzling ghost photographs ever taken. The woman in the back seat was supposed to be in a grave when the photograph was taken. The driver's wife took this picture of her husband sitting in the car. She claims that there was nobody in the car except her husband. Yet the photograph clearly shows the figure of a woman, her mother, who had died a week before. Experts say that the film had not been altered in any way, yet if you look closely you can see that the corner of her scarf seems to overlap the side pillar of the car. This would only be possible if her face was placed in the picture after it was taken. If the experts are correct and the photograph is genuine, there is no explanation for how it could have happened, unless the woman in the back was a ghost. I've not looked into this, I don't know if it's been debunked or anything. As a little side thing, I follow a YouTube channel called World of Misty Grey. I've been following him for a few years now. He does a lot of ghost videos, only debunking ghost videos. It was a lot of fun. I'll put his link down below. I was a big into ghosts and the paranormal back in the day. I mean, I still like to believe. I did a walk around my old school and I told a little ghost story because I believe I saw a ghost when I'm walking through one day. And I've seen a few things since. I've seen my nana in there a couple of times. Well, she passed away 10 years ago this year. Been on overnight vigils as well. Been on an overnight vigil in Plymouth when I was at college. Now I've got a documentary that me one of the guys made. I guess anyone who grew up in the 80s or 90s probably had this in the primary school. Nostalgia. Okay, last one now. You might have seen a few things there. I've just been looking at a few things I've just put over here. Last one is this thing. It's not just a case. Just in case you were wondering. Hilarious joke. No, this is I believe very cool. Let's open it up. Is that the bit in there, Pulp Fiction? This thing here, I really love it. I love this kind of thing. So it is, obviously it's a camera from back in the day. I think in 1987, 1988, I looked up VHS camera basically. What you do is you have a whole VHS camera, VHS tape in there, a full one, an actual full one, and you're away. I picked this up from a car boot sale a couple of years ago or so. I paid about £7. The guy didn't know if it works, and I thought, you know what, I'll be brave, and I bought it, and it does work. But I do have a battery with it. I don't have a charger with it, but I can plug it in, and it works so long as you can plug it in. So I was planning originally a film partly set in a woodland area, which would be no good because I don't have power, any batteries. I have since looked at the batteries and situation for this, and because it's such an old camera, I'd say 87, 88-ish, the batteries, as you probably know if you use anything with batteries, they go crap after a while, they deplete, as is the nature of them. So I'm guessing even if I do have a charger, these probably last about a minute, maybe the batteries. Now I did look into it a little bit at the time, and I thought, about 20 quid each. I'm not sure if the charger was available as well. I can't remember what I looked in, but basically quite a lot of money to get this up and running. It would be cool to do so. I'll need to look into it again. Maybe it's probably imported from Germany or somewhere like that, because it's quite rare, as you would understand. Now, my uncle had a camera that had fossilized VHS tapes in. I'm pretty sure that I know he had a VHS-C tape camcorder, which I use to film a lot of things. Just to show you, as you probably know, this VHS, so this will fit into here, and you press record and you're away. And we got a VHS-C tape, which I have quite a lot of, and I shot a couple of videos on. A few videos at college and personal stuff as well, short films. This one is blank, this particular one, but I've got a few upstairs with stuff on, so I think I'd probably shot more on mini DV. So what I did when I went to mini DV, this was one of these. So I've got a couple of video cameras upstairs. I've had a few more. Shot these ones, mini DV. This one has a Blackpool on it, so I went. That's got some stuff from Blackpool. I don't know when and where. I usually write more details on that. I don't know. So mini DV is probably the format I've used the most over the years. Only got some 16mm stuff. 16mm footage as well. I'm not sure. Can't remember what that is. I got some stuff there, 16mm. So you have to get a projector and run it through like you see in the old movies and things. This actual format, full-size VHS, doesn't have the most nostalgia for me, but this is a cool camera. Out of the cameras I've got, this for me is the coolest one. So there's my 5 coolest things. Now obviously it can change from day to day. These are the ones I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have this on. I've got a story about this, I've got a story about that, whatever it is. I do have Star Wars stuff, the original Star Wars figures. I've got other stuff in other rooms, you know, but in the computer room, yeah, it's chock full of things. You've seen any of my videos, you see it all stacked from floor to ceiling. I like stuff. If you have any comments, anything that I've highlighted there, any stories or any of them yourself, things like that, just let me know down below in the comment section down there. Thanks for watching once again, and I've got a few more videos to make, a few more ideas to get on with, so I'll see you later.